جيت مقطع جديد، يلا نكمل المطاردة. طبعا الحين ما وصلنا بالضبط. مقدر أرمي بالكورة. هل معقول إني كنت أقدر أرجمه بالكورة؟ لحظة كذا. كذا كذا كذا. اوكي، مثلث ثاني.
Damn, hot shot. You're quick on your feet. So let's hear why this fool had eyes on us.
He claims he just wanted to see the scene for himself.
It's true. Ask the other two guys with me. They'll be here any minute.
So you were here gawking, is that it?
اوكي، قبضنا عليه
I thought
الزفت.
there was water under the bridge.
So who are you? Why'd you run?
من جد ليش
I ran
هرب؟
because I saw a cop jump out a window and charge at me. Are you saying you'd stick around if you saw that?
He thinks you're a cop. Should we get you a badge and a hat?
I'd be honored.
قال ظنيتك شرطة عشان كذا هربت. قام قال هو يظنك شرطي. قام قال اتشرف بهذا. قال أنا أعطيك شو اسمه شارة
I'm just
الشرطة.
a professional pencil pusher. Biotech, planning and management.
Are your other two pals biologists too?
No, one's an investor and the other's a consultant. We all went to high school together.
Says here you have a Tokyo address. What brings you to Yokohama?
Oh, well, I'm organizing a class reunion in Chinatown.
This ain't the way to Chinatown, pal.
Oh, we thought since we came all the way to Yokohama, we might as well peek at the crime scene.
Pretty morbid idea, isn't it?
I
What high school did you go?
Hey, over here.
Only to verify your buddy's identification.
والله أشكالهم ما تطمن، كانهم حقين عصابة للأمانة يعني. أسكيوز مي، كانهم حقين عصابة.
Nabi-san!
Alright, you jokers are free to go. Appreciate you being so civil.
أوكي، تأكد من معلوماتهم طلع صحيح.
Just dumbass rubberneckers.
سوينا مغامرة معاهم
Tough
بس.
break, huh? Draw you went through chasing him down.
I don't mind. I'm autos to always swing for the fences.
Yeah, well, your strikeout was pretty amusing. The guy who goes down swinging is all right in my book. Now that that's settled, give my regards to Shirosaki-sensei. We get some dirt on Ihara soon.
اوكي، دحين وين نروح؟ ارجع للوكالة. 1999. شش يبون قدام شش. دحين يجون لين هنا. راح يجون لين هنا. تافهين. سبحان الله، التافهين في كل محل. ما جايو. حرفيا ما جايو. يمزحون صح؟ شوفوا قاعدين في نفس المحل. شوفوا صدقوني ينتظروني. شوفوا هاي، شوفوا شفتم؟ اوكي، ادوني ظهرهم ما شفتوا. الطريق من ورا اصلا، من هنا. شفتم؟ تعال يا قلبي، تعال اشوف الحب والحنان. حب وحنان. أبلع. finish him
And stay down.
and stay down. اوكي يلا نكمل طريقنا إلى المنزل. لا مو البيت، هذا الوكالة. يب تعتبر بيت يعني. أي محل تحس في بالأمان فهو زي البيت، خلاص يعتبر بيت. شيش بزارين هناك. هلا تعال ابلا خذ هذا. تعال يا حلوة. يا زفت. الله يا ريحة البخور، قسم بالله تخلي الواحد يا تبن. تعال تخلي الواحد نفسيته 100 عال العال.
What a waste.
what a waste. من جد مضيعة. الله على البخور. الريحة تجنن. أحب المستكى اللي بنكهات بروايح كذا عطرية رهيبة. من دولة ما فيني أقرأ منهم and I don't care. cause I don't care. where am I baby. ننام ما في نوم. ايش في؟ اوكي ايش مكتوب؟ look up. ايش ذا؟ ايش اسوي؟ لا يا روحي، لا شكرا. شغل لهم حاجة، ايش رايكم؟ كان احسن لي ما شغلت شيء. عن ايش ابحث؟ هو ما ادري عن ايش ابحث انا. ابحث عن ايش كاتبين لوك اب؟ والله ما ادري. صح طلع. اوكي ايش اقرب تاكسي للمحل؟ كذا اذا ما خاب ظني. اوه ما خاب ظني. قربنا مرة. هو العلامة هنا. اوكي بعيدة، انا رحت محل غلط. it's okay. يلا نتمشى، الشوارع حلوة والله، بس طبعا الواحد المفروض ما يجري كذا، يجري هنا. نعم، عشان في خطر على الحياة. نشوف العمر. اوكي العمر كامل. دقيقة، ما اقدر ازود عمري. هذا متى ينفك؟ اوكي تايجر سكيل، وين تايجر؟ هذه. الله، كل واحد اغلى من الثاني، ما في رخيصة. اقل شي 5000. اوكي ناخذ هذه 2000. ناخذ هذه. اوكي فكينا العمر. اوكي حلو حلو. هذا الصفر. هاي ما زاد العمر الا شوية. أحس لقد تم خداعي وبجدارة. تعال صفكم. لا ما شاء الله الضرب صار رهيب صح؟ بسرعة ما شاء الله ماتوا. اوكي حبيت. يلا يلا يلا. دول ليش واقفين هنا؟ خلنا اشرب قهوتي. ما يمدي اشرب قهوتي.
You don't make sense. Well.
Huh?
Hey. Yagamishi.
Yep.
ها
Hold on.
نسيت ان اشارة المحامي هي اللي تخلي الناس يسمعوا لي. Cause I don't care. نا 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 نا.
Sure.
نسيت ان الاشارة حقت المحاماة معايا.
Yep.
يعني هو للآن محامي، بس انه فضل انه يصير محقق. اوكي الثاني هذا جهاز عشان اقدر ايش؟ I don't know.
Signal's weak. think I'm facing the wrong way. Not really picking it up. I think I'm facing the wrong way. I'm on the right track. Here we go.
اوكي. شو المشكلة؟ انا ماني عارفة.
Excuse me. Oh.
ندري ايش ذا وش سالفته، ما لي خلق اقرا.
Hmm? Huh?
اوه. يبي يتضربون معاها. يعني حرفيا في اشياء عجيبة عجيبة قاعد تصير مرة عندهم. شو البلا ذا؟
Excuse me.
Yep.
In other words, Oh, I see.
اوكي نرجع للوكالة، ما عندنا حل تاني. طبعا الجزء الأول كانت المنطقة صغيرة فكان مرة سهل التنقل. الحين مرة المنطقة كبيرة فماني عارف كيف أتنقل للأمانة، يعني مرة المحل كبير. اوكي في سيارة أجرة هنا. خلنا نروح. الو اوكي هذا اقرب محل. للوكالة. المشكلة ما يبغوني أروح للكاب القريبة، خلوني أروح للبعيدة. ليش أنا ماني عارفة؟ أوكي وصلت. في أحد دق.
Hello?
Yagami-san, do you have a minute?
Oh, I was just about to call you. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know a Detective Watanabe, would you? From Kanaga?
Oh, yes. He came after me about the harassment case.
Want to know? And since they don't want...
That does make sense.
By the way, when's you... Yeah. But
Funny if you said it'd be best if that's...
Okay. It'd be... Will do.
أنا بس نفسي أعرف من هي ذيك اللي أدت ذيك الصورة. أتوقع المعلمة تعرف حاجة. أوكي يلا ننام. Good night. كمان نروح تيك تاكسي تو. يلا ناخد تاكسي. تاكسي. هذا اتوقع على طول. هم يحطوا لي احلى شيء لما يحطوا لي الخيار. انا ما احتاج اتعب وادور على جزر. يا السماجة.
See that sign right there?
ضحك
Ihara was
صح.
leaning on that before the incident. Yep, just like that. He was standing around searching for a victim. Ihara's the man in the cap and sunglasses.
So, Ihara was lingering at the platform a while, huh?
Yeah, he walked past the ticket gate at 7:43 a.m. This was confirmed by the security tapes as well as when he swiped his transit card. After that, he wandered the platform an entire hour ogling women.
He spent that long choosing a target?
Yeah, sick, isn't it?
And the security camera that caught him would be... that one?
That's right. Anyhow, at 9:06 a.m., Ihara finally honed in on his would-be victim. Then he boarded her train, which was departing for Shinjuku.
She's the one in the pink cardigan and white skirt?
Yeah, Yui Mamiya, an office worker and mother of a 6-year-old boy. The two of them show up on the train's interior cam as well. According to the victim's statement, Ihara began by rubbing her posterior with the back of his hand. But it didn't stop there. After that, he put his hand up her skirt.
Pretty sickening.
I'm assuming he targeted someone shy, thinking she wouldn't resist. Makes me angry just thinking about it. The victim stated she was too scared to call for help, meaning she endured this for 6 minutes until the train reached its stop in Shinjuku.
Can you send what you just showed me to my phone?
Sure. Now let's head to Shinjuku Station. Then we can watch as the jerk gets busted. Even if we did defend him in court, an asshole's still an asshole. Looks like we're getting close to Shinjuku.
The train's pretty light right now, but it was packed during the crime, right?
Oh yeah, the car occupancy at that time of day can easily reach 180%.
And Ihara should have been standing roughly where I am. Suspicious.
اوكي
Ihara
طبعا
and
كنت ألعب
Mamiya-san both
بالصمت
exited
مع إني
the
فك
train and
المايك
got
بس
onto the
قاعد ألعب
platform
بالصمت
here. But right before
عشان
that, Mamiya-san suddenly
أركز.
grabbed Ihara's wrist
طبعا
and
تركيزي
yanked his
مضروب.
hand out from under her
نعم.
skirt. That's when she got a good look at her assailant.
So without a doubt, she saw it was him.
Yes, and there were also traces of her garments on his hand during evidence analysis. Anyway, after being grabbed, Ihara wrenched himself free and took off at a sprint. See, here he gets off the train and bolts across the platform. And Mamiya-san chases after him, asking people around her for help.
Ah, this is what they kept looping on TV.
يب.
Yeah. And
Was there any security footage that...
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
As for what... Oh, right. I have a diagram of the platform to show you.
So Ihara gets off
Roughly
the train.
100, the whole scene.
Hey, you think we could get the positions of all these cameras and where they're pointing penciled in?
من جد.
Good idea. That's
يا
what
الله
got tackled,
الدبانة.
so I can...
What the? Suspicious.
في هناك كاميرا. اوكي ما لنا دعوة فيها. انا ما في اللمبة دي يا قلبي لمبة. ما تعرفين فرق بين لمبة وكاميرا؟ عادي فضفضيلي قوليلي.
Looks like we checked all the nearby...
كيف اقدر اطلع اروح هنا بعيد؟
Suspicious.
اي كاميرا هنا؟ ما في هنا. حتى اللمبات ودك تشيكين عليها عادي قوليلي يا قلبي فضفضيلي. ما في كاميرا هنا.
Hey.
ما في هنا كاميرات. ما في.
What the?
ممكن هنا ما في كاميرا.
Hey.
Looks like we checked
Okay.
all the nearby cameras. Let's move on.
يلا.
What the?
Okay, looks like we got all the cameras. Our diagram is now complete. Now we'll pencil in...
What the? Hey. What the?
So this was the general situation when What do you think, Yagami-san? Anything of note?
Do you think
Oh
Ihara...
yeah, Mamiya-san commuted by train. She was here every weekday. Same goes for Ihara, actually, but he was off that day. Supposedly, he was going to see his wife, even though they're separated.
اوكي.
Did he ever say why he wandered around the platform for an hour?
He said the thought of his wife had him flustered, and he couldn't force himself to board the train. He always had an excuse ready for anything you asked him. including the harassment charges. He pled not guilty, but the evidence said otherwise. There wasn't a single argument we could make in court
قال
to
إنه مو
establish
مذنب لكن
reasonable
كل
doubt.
الأدلة
Safe
ضده.
to say he did it. But on the same day, he knew his son's bully would be murdered in Ijincho.
أها.
Pretty clear it wasn't a spontaneous need to grab some ass.
I agree. It's almost like all the commotion around the harassment might have been planned out. Maybe everything was, even down to getting captured.
Yep.
Yeah. He really played everyone by turning harassment into an alibi for murder. No matter how much evidence points to him as a killer, he can deny it with complete immunity.
Yep.
This is getting crazier by the minute.
At the very least, he had something to do with it. Some connection. But I can't imagine he'll talk.
يب
Whatever
ما
his
راح
plan
يقول.
is, it's pretty clear Ihara is committed.
To what? Getting revenge for his son?
I think so.
Who do you think his accomplices could be? Ihara's a veteran cop. Think maybe he knows how to hire an actual assassin? If so, he could have just paid for his revenge, right?
Sure.
Yep.
But assassins cost an arm and a leg. He wasn't rich before all this, was he?
No. He barely scraped up enough to cover his lawsuit against the school.
Oh my god.
Thought so.
جوالي توكيا كمي.
Hey, it's Shirosaki.
What's up, Sari-san?
I'm scheduling an interview with Ahara tomorrow at the...
Sounds good.
Something you forgot.
Yeah. Swap?
Alright.
Cool.
اوكي بنروح بكرة نحقق معاه ونسأله، بس ما اتوقع راح يجاوب. واضح انه من النوع اللي راح يعلمني. راح احتاج وقت لين يعلمني. وين الطريق، بعيد ولا قريب؟ اوه هذه المدرسة، بعيد الطريق. خلنا نروح عشان اذا في احد نصفق قدامنا عشان نجمع نقاط. انا ما ادري هل طريقي غلط ولا وشو. لا صح طريقي. سبحان الله لما قلت بأحد نصفقه ما حصلنا أحد. يا سبحان الله. خلنا أفصل الجوال من الشاحن. يا الله. بالله ابدعت صح؟ نعم. يلا نكمل جري. شلون قدامي هلا؟ وي ايش فيه؟ اوكي اخذ هذه الضربة العظيمة. وين؟ خذ يلا. الله صار عندي 200,000. متى جمعت انا ذا المبلغ؟ احلى حركة تصير في التاريخ. يا رب يغمى عليه من الخوف. أنا شكلي تهاوش مع أحد وسوي زي كذا، بس المشكلة يعني الطول ما يساعد، الطول ما يساعد. الجهة الثانية يا قلبي، يا روحي انتي. الله اني قطيتها جري على الفاضي، كان احسن لي رحت مع سيارة أجرة أهون لي. لحظة في شي هنا. وي حاجة حلوة، حاجة حلوة، حاجة حلوة. اوكي قربنا اتوقع. بعد يا بنات قاعدين في الطريق تسولفون، إيش في؟ كيف وصلنا؟ والله وصلنا المدرسة. مدرسة.
Got a minute?
No, not for you. I really have nothing more to say.
What if I told you it's looking more and more likely Ihara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's death?
Well, it doesn't concern me.
Ihara-san believes Mikoshiba tormented Toshiro-kun so badly that he took his own life. But neither the third-party investigation nor the courts were on his side. So what's the truth here? You know, don't you? What really happened between
واضح إنها
Mikoshiba and
تعرف حاجة،
Toshiro-kun? Why
بس
won't
ما
you tell me the
تتكلم.
truth?
نسيت لي فيها
Why do you
إنها
keep asking? I said I don't know.
I'm going to the detention center tomorrow to get some answers out of Ihara-san.
What?
I saw where Mikoshiba was murdered. He endured no shortage of cruelty before he died. They tortured him, you know. They broke all his fingers before they slit his throat.
No.
And somehow Ihara-san knew Mikoshiba would be killed on the day he got caught for groping. It's like he did it to prove he had nothing to do with the murder. But maybe that wasn't his real objective at all.
Huh?
I think he wanted to signal that he'd finally avenged his son.
The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba.
If I'm gonna face him tomorrow, I can't go in without some ammunition. So, 4 years ago, did Mikoshiba bully Toshiro-kun or not? That's all I want to know.
My answer won't change. There's no evidence Mikoshiba-kun did anything wrong.
Are you sure about that? Take a look at this.
That's...
Toshiro Ihara, your student. Imagine that he's listening to what you're saying now. If you can look at him and say Mikoshiba played no part in his death, I'll leave you alone. In fact, you'll never hear a
من
word from me
جد
again.
هي تعرف حاجة، يعني ذاك أذاه.
So which is it?
قال لها قولي لي تنمر عليه ولا لا؟ قالت له ما في أدلة إنه تنمر علي.
4 years ago,
أوكي الحين قاعد
not
أتكلم.
long after I'd transferred here to teach English. That's when it started. I was
Okay.
trying my best to get acclimated, and I was finally on a first-name basis with everyone. One day, after school, I was out on the roof taking a break, when Toshiro-kun suddenly ran by. I called out to him to ask what was wrong, but he shushed me and kept running. I saw he had a bloody nose. Moments later, Mikoshiba-kun showed up. He was looking for him. I told him I hadn't seen him. Toshiro-kun's face told me everything I needed to know.
من جد.
So Mikoshiba was bullying him after all.
يب كانت
Yes.
تنمر عليه.
Toshiro-kun told me this later on. Whenever
حقير.
he'd leave school with Mikoshiba-kun and his friends, they'd force him to hand over money. First,
يجبرونه.
they'd try to pass it off as a joke. They said
يجبرونه
since he
يعطيهم
lowered the
فلوس.
class average on
أيوه.
tests, he ought to buy them all drinks as an apology. And Mikoshiba-kun, he was having too much fun with it to stop. He started offering tutoring sessions to Toshiro-kun. So
يا
he and
قهر.
his crew could extract their tuition from him. They'd even break into his house while his mother was at work and take the money she left him for dinner.
Oh my
And if
god.
he couldn't pay, they'd beat him up at school or make him grovel in the bathroom.
حقيرين.
Didn't anybody see what was really happening?
أكيد الكل
Teachers
كان
either saw
يدري.
nothing or turned a blind eye. Few
يعني كلهم
students
كانوا
knew about
يدرون،
it
ما حد
though.
ساعده.
Anyway, I ended up relaying
حتى
everything
المدرسين.
Toshiro-kun had told me to those boys' homeroom teacher. Mind you, this teacher had tenure, title, and years of experience under his belt. Do you know what he told me? He said not to cause a commotion because those boys were about to graduate.
Why does that not surprise me?
To be honest, it was hard to paint such an outwardly model student in a negative light. There was also no hard evidence to support Toshiro-kun's story. But someone still should have stepped in to help. If only I'd understood that at the time.
You tried.
The only thing I tried was to keep an eye out for him, making sure he wasn't alone, things like that. But unfortunately, that wasn't good enough. On the first morning of the 3rd trimester, Toshiro-kun tied a towel to his doorknob and hung himself in his room.
And that's when you confronted Mikoshiba, right? You asked him point blank if he'd bullied him.
I did. Mikoshiba-kun pretended to know nothing. He was more careful, shaken even, from then on, in all honesty. When I heard a third-party committee was investigating, I was hoping the truth would come out. Students were asked to fill out an anonymous questionnaire, and many of them wrote down exactly what they saw.
Hold on. Didn't the court end up declaring there was no substantial evidence of bullying? How could they have said that with those questionnaires on hand?
First of all, the committee never interviewed anyone directly. Those questionnaires were the only proof of anything. And the teacher of those boys was the one who collected them. Each time he came across any mention of bullying, he'd toss that questionnaire out. Also, he wouldn't get blamed in the end for ignoring the warning signs.
So then the committee was pointless.
A few students did speak up about the bullying online, but their posts weren't much to go on. Toshiro-kun's parents were completely caught off guard. His mother worked through the day, and his father lived all the way in Tokyo. That made it that much easier for the teacher to cover up all the evidence of bullying. He made that statement without even consulting the principal or the chairman. So, right before Mikoshiba-kun graduated, the committee presented their findings. That there was no evidence of bullying. The conclusion you've heard over and over.
What the hell?
In Japan, 300 children commit suicide every year. Across all grades, less than 3% are proven to be linked to bullying. Toshiro-kun's case ended up like that too. But Ehara-san wasn't satisfied with those findings. So he sued Seiryo High. As the trial dragged on, of course,
They didn't want.
Of course not. They had no choice but to reveal everything to me. I guess they were, after all. I don't think he'd spoken to his parents about it once, so yes. That's why there was never any objective evidence of bullying. It wasn't like I had a mind to record our The school attorney saw fit to remind me, and if I couldn't produce tangible evidence...
So it was witness tampering. That is, they coerced you into false testimony?
Yes.
Must have been incredibly hard on you.
What I should have done was told the truth regardless. But what else could I have really done for him? Some days I just don't know. As much as I've tried to convince myself...
So what happened to the teacher who covered all this up?
He transferred to another school. Even so, I don't have the right to place the blame.
Maybe, but in that case, Mikoshiba's bullying of Toshiro, or those questionnaires getting discarded. Have you ever told anyone else?
No. I've been silent. Yagami-san. You know what? Back when I was a student in high school, I witnessed bullying firsthand. There was this kid. My classmates pushed him too far. And one day he just jumped off the roof.
Off the roof?
By some miracle, he survived the fall. And he's been in a coma for the last 13 years. Nobody knows if he'll ever wake up. His name is Mitsuru, and he may never open his eyes to the world again. His mom watches him, but she works full-time. She's a higher-up in the government.
I'm sorry to hear it.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job. And yet, for poor Toshiro-kun, nobody was held responsible at all. And that includes me.
But if anyone was going to take responsibility for that, Mikoshiba should have been first in line. I'm sure Ihara-san must have thought the same thing.
You know what I wanted to be as a kid? I was so innocent, I wanted to be a teacher. And after Mitsuru-kun's tragedy, I felt practically obligated. And still, I just let history repeat itself.
يعني صراحة دموعها دموع تماسيح. تقول في الغالب ينتحرون بسبب التنمر. هذه السالفة كانت تدري عن التنمر ما علمت. يعني صراحة حسيت ما هتساعده، عشان كذا هو انتحر، حس نفسه لحاله كأنه في الدنيا لحاله، فالشعور جدا سيء. المهم راح يكون هذه نهاية حلقتنا. إن شاء الله تكون عجبتكم. لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك في قناتي ومشاركة المقطع إذا حابين، وشكرا لكم وباي.